Everyone told me to kill my ego, stay humble, and play it safe. But the moment I actually stopped listening and I actually let my ego take the lead, that's when I actually started making real money. My ego didn't ruin me. It made me more money. And in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can leverage your ego to go ahead and crush it in sales. Now, there's this big misconception in the world that your ego is bad, you shouldn't use your ego. However, with that being said, that's what society tells you. But if you look around in the world, how many people stay humble, play it safe, and stay in their lane that are successful? Not many. The truth is, every successful person has an ego. That's why they're in the position they're in, because an ego, they have to believe in themselves so much to go ahead and achieve the things that they want. After they go ahead and make it, that's when they start playing humble and being socially correct so, people don't get offended. But the truth is, if you look at Michael Jordan, he uses his ego. Kobe Bryant uses his ego. Alexander the Great had an ego. Genghis Khan had an ego. All these people that are greats in their field or became world conquerors all have an ego, because the ego is what motivates them to go ahead and keep pushing it to the next level. The people that don't have an ego, it's basically like stripping away your balls and saying that you're not a man, that you can't go out there and get the things that you want. So use your ego. Now, you're probably wondering, okay, well, how do I use my ego? Well, the truth is, you, number one, have to get pissed off at your current situation. If you're not where you want to be, you're not driving the car that you want to drive, living the life that you want to live, having the women that you want, all these different things, you need to get pissed off, because that the truth is, it's player versus player. There's people out there that have the things that you want and they're going to get it and you're not. So with that being said, you need to get angry. You need to get pissed off. Anger is a great motivator. A lot of people think like anger is bad. It's like, oh, be positive, be happy, all this stuff. Like, yeah, be positive, but don't, like, you're not gonna have that blind happiness like you had when you were a child. You need to get angry, right? And that anger is gonna get you uncomfortable. It's gonna get you pissed off to go ahead and do the things that you need to do. It's gonna get you aggressive, because the truth is, for you to go out there and close more deals and make more money and get the things that you want, you have to get aggressive and go and initiate those things. So you need to get pissed off at your current situation. So the best way you could do that is analyze your life. Look at your current life, see if it's getting the results that you want to get, and you have the things that you have. And if you don't, get pissed off. Very simple. Because there are people that are younger than you that are making more money than you. There's people that are the same age that are living a better existence than you. And at the end of the day, you need to go ahead and be like, why not me? Because at the end of the day, we're all human. We all bleed, we all sneeze. There's no such thing as like one person's better. We're all gonna eventually die. But what makes that person different from the others is because they have that aggression, they have that ego. Number two, you need to understand that why not you? Right? At the end of the day, why not you? Why can't you go out there and make the money that you want to make? Why can't you go out there and do the things that you want to do? Why not you? Why somebody else? You need to get pissed off, and you need to be understanding that you have to have that belief that yes, you can do it. And I promise you guys this. I used to be the same way. I was being very humble, very nice, and all these things. It always made me underpaid. I never got the things that I wanted. But as soon as I developed that ego, that persona, that version of myself where I'm like, no, I deserve to have the things that these people have, and I'm the one that I should have it. Why do they deserve it? That's when I actually went out there and started getting aggressive and started going out there and getting the results that I want. And that's the thing that you guys have to do. Money doesn't come to the people that are humble, that are quiet, that stay silent, that don't open their mouths. Money comes to the people that are flamboyant, that get attention, that go out there and freaking ask for the order. They ask for the close. That's the same thing you need to do. You need to ask. Closed mouths don't get fed, and that's a very true saying. You will not get the things that you want if you do not ask for it. Now, the third thing is, you're not lacking skills, you're lacking permission, right? The truth is, you know that you should probably be out there asking and being more flamboyant, going out there asking people for the order, asking for the sale, going and networking, handshaking, putting yourself out there. You know you need to do it, but you're not giving yourself permission to do so. And the truth is, ever since you were a child, ever since you were a kid, you've been programmed to think a certain way, act a certain way, and just be treated a certain way. You need to undo that programming from the school system, society, your family, your friends, because all these people, they tell you to be humble, don't think, oh, don't use your ego, oh, they tell you to be quiet, stay safe, don't take that risk. But look at their results, look at their life. Do you want to live their life? If it's a yes, then keep listening to them. But if you want more, which I assume you do, Don't listen to them. You need to not ask for permission, ask for forgiveness instead, and give yourself permission to go out there and be the person that you're supposed to be and go out there and get the things that you want. There should be no shame if you want to go ahead and drive supercars in freaking Miami and freaking, bang hot chicks. You should not be ashamed of that. You should want that. If that's something you want, do it. If you want to be a monk in the freaking Himalayan mountains, go do that. Do what you want. But at the end of the day, you guys gotta understand, your ego is the most powerful thing, and all an ego is just that ultra ego, that persona of you. John Jones, for example, he has an ego. If you look and study when he first got into UFC, he was a very shy Christian boy, right? Very unconfident. But then he developed Bones, which is his alter ego, and every time he got into the ring, he turned into Bones, and now he's one of the greatest fighters alive, right? So with that being said, build that ego of yours. How does he walk? How does he talk? How does he communicate? How does he look at people? What car does he drive? Who does he speak to? Who are his friends? You need to literally create that version, future version of yourself that you want to be like, and literally imprint it every single day into your mind and start acting as if you are him now. Do not wait for when you get the car. Do not wait for when you get the money. Don't wait for when you get all these materialistic things, because that's just holding you off and you're just using that as an excuse to not be him now. If you become him now, the byproduct is the money. The byproduct is the success. The byproduct is the clout. With that being said, use your egos, guys. My ego, I used it, and it made me the best version of myself, because I knew that if somebody else is gonna be better than me at something, I was competitive. I didn't want anybody to be better at me at anything. I wanted to be the one that was in shape. When I was getting into gym, I saw guys that were jacked, and I'm like, why can't I be jacked? Let me get jacked. Boom, and then I put on size. I saw people that have money, and I'm like, why can't I have money? I deserve money. And then I made money. Oh, why does this person have this girl and I don't? Let me go ahead and let me go out there and get the girl. Boom. So at the end of the day, you gotta believe that you can do it, because I promise you guys, all of this is possible. Everything in life is possible, but you have to believe it, and you have to give your permission to yourself to go out there and get it. And you have to understand, nobody's gonna do the work for you but yourself. So develop that ego, that persona, use it as a mask, and go out there and crush it in life. With that being said, if you wanna learn more about how to get into high ticket sales and how to land an offer, I actually created a free YouTube video down below that you could go ahead and click, so you could go ahead and watch that and literally start implementing now and get an offer and start making more money, real money. So if you guys enjoyed the video, go ahead, click that video down below, and I'll see you guys on the other side.